What's up, everybody? Welcome to your Certified Mama's Boy podcast. Thank you for being here. I think we're live today. Yeah, we should be. I think we are. Yeah. What's up? Welcome to the show. We are running a couple of minutes late. Sorry about that.
Not my fault.
Not my fault. I blame it on the snow. It's the snow's fault.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. This is... If you've never watched this is the video version. This is just our podcast. My mom and I'm me, and we just talk about life. I don't even know what day it is right now. This week has been so weird because of this whole snow thing and just yoga training and everything else. So I don't even know what day it is. Who cares? Anyway, welcome to the show. Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, honey.
This is going to be the most irrelevant story to everyone on the West Coast, but it snowed a lot here over the weekend. The whole East Coast is like, what the F is going on right now? And this is like a snowstorm. Like we really got it. Where I live in Maryland, we got a little over 11 inches of snow, and this is the biggest snowstorm I've been through. It's funny because a lot of Marylanders are like, "This ain't nothing." We weren't here in the storm of 2016, and they love to talk about the storm of 2016. But for me, this was significant. This was a significant snowstorm. How about you guys down there in Georgia? What was it like?
I mean, ours, I don't know how much snow we got. I'm sure it was less than an inch.
Yeah.
But lots of ice.
Yeah.
Lots of wind. So lots of trees crackling. And, we lost power yesterday for a couple of hours. And that was a little unsettling, except that, we have a new generator. So Jim and Matt was very happy.
Yeah, my dad really wanted to buy this generator, which is so funny. When you live in Georgia, it snows once every 5 years. He was so adamant about that, which I'm sure he'll really brag about now.
Oh yeah,
they lost power. He'll be on today's show, so. But it's so funny here. You guys got an inch. It depends on where you live, right? Because hearing that you guys got an inch, I'm like, an inch? Like you had to deal with an inch of snow? Like we literally like the chaos we've been dealing with up here is so crazy compared to. I wish we had an inch of snow. But I talked to my buddy Dan in Nashville, and they got about 2 inches. But the ice up there took out 200,000 people.
Wow.
With power. So nobody has power in Nashville right now, apparently, because the snowstorm is so bad.
Wow.
I know. I was talking to one of my friends that lives in LA, and her son is stuck in Raleigh right now because the ice was so bad. They had to cancel all the flights. So life is kind of more normal here. But I mean, people aren't really out on the roads, and we don't have to be. Like I'm looking right now on to kind of a bigger street, and okay, there's a car, and it's what time? It's like a little before 4 right now. There's a car, there's a car. So people are out, but this would be close to rush hour typically.
Yeah.
So people that didn't have to be out, weren't out today.
And most people stayed home, don't you think? Most places were closed, and
the schools were out today. People that didn't have to be anywhere weren't out today. So
you worked remotely.
I did. So I don't know. This was like the real deal. And I'll tell you, in true Stephen Yancey fashion, everything that could have been chaotic was chaotic. Because it could have gone fine. But it didn't. It didn't go fine for multiple reasons. And let's go through those reasons of why it didn't go well. So this was one of those yoga training weekends. And so they said, hey, we're going to cancel Sundays. That's when the snowstorm was Sunday. And, but we'll still do it virtual. So you guys can just log in from home and do it. Cause you have to keep in mind, like Maryland's kind of prepared for things like this, you don't more or less, they can handle bigger snowstorms.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was like, okay, because I'm not used to this at all. Clearly, I don't really know how to do any of this. But I was like, all right, that sounds fine. We can log in and do it from home, I guess, but the best we can. And so we log in, and about maybe 30 minutes into the training, boom, my power goes out. And I'm like, of course. So for about maybe 2.5, 3 maybe 2.5 of the 6 hours, my power was out.
Oh, man.
So I was like, okay. So yeah, then the rest of the day, fine. Not, completely fine. Nothing, no issues. But I'll tell you what, the second the power went out, I was like, it was like all my primal instincts kicked in. Like every one of them kicked in. I was like, what am I going to do? Like I did not prepare well for this storm. Like I did not, like, I know that like they say like do all these things. And like every time they're like, hey, prepare for a storm, I feel like my brain like shuts off because I'm like, that's for like other people. I can like, it's almost like, when they come on the intercom before a flight and they're like, hey, like in case a plane goes down, and like you instantly are like, blah, 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 like you don't listen to a word they say. I feel like that was me when they're like, hey, in case of a snowstorm, you should probably blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hey, okay, like I'll be fine. I realized I never paid attention to a word they ever said about, hey, in case of a bad snowstorm, you should probably blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't know what to do in the case of a snowstorm. Like I didn't really prepare for this at all. So I was like, well, shit, like what am I supposed to do now? Like I don't have power. So, and all I could think about was when you guys didn't have power. You guys didn't have power for days.
Yeah,
how many days did you guys not?
That was terrible. We didn't have power for like 4 days.
Yeah, and I was
not
like,
this
okay.
time, but before.
I was like, well, I don't have like food. I was like, all I have in my house is like meal preps. I was like, I don't have heat. Like I don't know. Like, and then I was like, well, the only way I can get to the outside world right now is my cell phone, but I'm like doing yoga teacher training, and like I need to like conserve this battery, but I know that like I gotta like log off this, I gotta like get off. I was like literally going through like primal instincts of like staying alive. I was like, it literally turned into like me out. I felt like I was like in the wild, y'all. I felt like I was like, okay, my only mission right now is to like stay alive. Like everything else has to go by the wayside. My only, keep in mind, I'm like in my condo, the power's up for like 8 minutes, and I'm like, my only thing, my only mission right now is just to stay alive. Because I did not listen to a word they said about how to actually do this, so I've got to like figure this out. So I was like, all right, well, let me think. I was like, well, I did go to the grocery store. I was like, okay, well, when I did go to the grocery store, I bought stuff for my green smoothie. So I did that. I was like, well, I did plan a little bit ahead. I did buy extra cases of sparkling water. So I've got sparkling water to like get me through. That's all I bought. I bought extra cases of sparkling water. Like, why would I buy extra cases of sparkling? Like, what is that going to do for me? Like, why was that my
keep you
go-to?
hydrated? You are supposed to have water.
But
maybe
like
not
water.
Sparkling water, but
you're supposed to have like water, not sparkling water.
Right.
You're supposed to be like sitting there leisurely enjoying your afternoon with a nice sparkling water. You're supposed to have like bottles of water in your house.
And
I was like,
twist of lime.
I was like, does my water even work right now? Like, I have like a panic attack. I'm like, okay, like, so I walk out because I'm like trying to I'm trying to like stay focused on my yoga practice. Right? I'm like, okay, let me see. And so I walk out. And I'm like, oh my god, like my house is starting to get like a little bit cold. I'm like, is like my fireplace still working? Luckily my fireplace still working. I'm like, okay.
Oh, great.
Worst case scenario, I can like get a pan and like heat my meal preps over my fireplace or something. Like I'm trying to like figure this out. Like, well, I'm still on my teacher training. I'm like, okay, that will like keep me alive. Keep in mind, it's been like 10 minutes. The power's been out for like 10 minutes. But I'm still like trying to figure out how to like fight this new world I live in to get through the night before the wolves come out. You know what I mean? I'm like,
before it gets dark.
So about like 30 minutes later, I was like, I literally sent a message to like the teachers, and I'm like, yo, I gotta log off. My power's out. Like, I gotta go. Hopefully I'll see y'all again one day. So about 2 hours later, the power came back on, and it was fine the rest of the day. Like, of course, when I didn't really need the power, it was fine. So that was day one of snowstorm. So the plan, and it snowed all day on Sunday. It was snow. Again, like I said, almost a foot of snow. And there's just snow everywhere. If this was a video show for y'all that logged on. And by the way, hi everybody that's on here for Mama's Boy Live. I'm not sure who you are, so I don't have the chat open right now. But hi, thanks for being here today. Hope you guys are safe wherever you are, and I'll open the chat in a second. But so that was all day Sunday, right? Monday, we had already decided that we are going to do the show from home. Now, this is the first time since COVID that we have done this radio show from home, and we were going to do it in a different way this time. What we decided that we were going to do was we were going to do it from pretty much like a kind of early pre-recorded show before we did like a live show from home with COVID. This one we were going to do like almost like a 15-minute in advance show. So to make it a little bit easier on our end. So basically we were pre-recording our breaks about 15 minutes in advance, just to it doesn't matter. So we were like, okay, cool. That'll actually work easier. Nobody has to be at the radio station at all then to like run the controls. Great. No problem. Problem solved. So here we are, y'all. I woke up 4:30, save some time. Actually, it's kind of nice. This is a little lovely. Get to sleep in a little bit. Great morning. Had a cup of coffee, ready to go. Prep the show a little bit. Sit down. Yeah, I swear to God, it's 5:29 before we were going to get on at 5. It's 5:29 in the morning, and the power goes.
Oh. No.
Power dies on me once again. It had been up all day, all night, like no problem. That power is running fine. 5:29 before our 5:30 call time. That power goes dead. And I'm like, okay. So like now what do we do? And I'm like a little bit panicked because I'm like, all right, well, I don't really know. I mean, like the show, like has got to go on. So again, now I'm going back into primal instincts. I'm like, well, do we pull out the old record player? You know, I might pull out the worst possible options. Like every time it's like, let me go to the worst possible case scenario possible to like try to save every scenario. So I'm like, what? And I'm like, do I drive to the radio station? Like it's so bad out there.
No.
But I'm like, I don't know how else to like save this right now because there's nothing like at 6 o'clock, like nothing's going to hit the air if we don't get into like do this. And I'm like, well, I guess worst case scenario is like, I'm not even worse, but like, I just can't log in. Like Jess and Charlotte just have to do the show. Like no big deal. Then all of a sudden Charlotte's like, well, my mic's not working. So I was like, okay,
no.
God, like how is her mic not working? Like,
no.
Yo, how is this going so wrong?
Oh no.
So the best solution that we could find, y'all, I work for a multi-million-dollar broadcast company. Keep in mind, right? And it's 2026. The best solution that we can find is I actually do the radio show. This is no lie. I do the radio show from my iPhone. Like I'm literally like talking, and I want you to picture this because unless you're watching the video, I literally am like doing the show like I'm on speakerphone. Like I'm holding it up so I can like hear them and like talking into it like I'm on speakerphone. And I'm like, yeah, guys, this is crazy. And I'm sure like it sounded, I'm sure fine. There's obviously like listenership on snow days aren't a lot because we're just like being like, hey, guess what? It's snowing outside.
Yeah.
There's a million ways to get information about snow nowadays. Not like we're like people are tuning in to hear the school closures like they used to. So I'm like, hey, everybody, like I'm in my house. Like we did the best that we could do with it. But like, and then, okay, so we did that. We had to basically just pre-record the best that we could do for like 2 hours. We got done at about, I forget, maybe like 7:55 or something. So we worked till about 7:55. 8 o'clock the power comes back on. 8 o'clock power comes back.
Oh my God! Thank God you had your cell phone charged.
I know.
You did do that.
8 o'clock the power comes back on, and I'm like, like what is happening?
Wow.
Why? Like when I need the power to be on, like when I need to be, like the only time I need to be in front of electronics, both times I'm like, yo, snow day, y'all gotta stop messing with me. This is like. This is wild. This is the wildest snow day. Like I didn't need any electronics. The only time I really needed it, Wi-Fi went down, power went down. And here's the worst part about this, especially the morning show. This was like almost like taunting me. So where I live, I could look out the window and I could see the street lights, like one building over. All the lights were on over there. One block on to the right of me, all the lights were on over there. So I know everybody else had power on all around me, but for some reason it was like right here. It just took the power out for some reason, just right here. The Sunday, all the power was out. I could tell all the power was out all around me. For some reason this morning, it was literally just my block
Wow.
the power went down, and that's the snow day that we've been having around here, everybody.
That is crazy.
Hopefully you guys are doing okay. You're feeling safe, and I know that it just honestly depends on where you are, because some of you guys are really hitting hard with it. And of course, if you're living on the West Coast, you're like, I don't give a shit. Like it doesn't matter.
I'm going to the beach now.
Yeah, you're enjoying your suntan, and I don't want to hear about it. Don't talk to me until April, because I'm just angry.
Sitting on those beautiful rocks in the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy your extended summer.
Let's just imagine that for a minute.
Yeah, it feels a lot better than whatever we're dealing with. Is there anything that like you're so shocked that like you're so unbelievably bad at? Like something that you love to do, but you're like, I can't believe I'm like this bad at it. This was weekend 3 of our yoga teacher training, and I've been doing yoga for like 10 years, right? And it's like not going well. Like it's like going so bad that like I'm almost shocked at how bad I am at learning this stuff. In case you're new to our podcast, last year I signed up to do yoga teacher training, and I have been taking yoga for 10 years now. And I feel like I know it like the back of my hand, right? Like I feel like that's why I was like, pacha. You know what I mean? Like I'm a shoe-in for this thing.
I've got this.
I don't even need this training.
Yeah, I can teach this.
I'll teach the teachers how to do this. I'm so good at yoga that I don't even need this silly training. No, not really. But like, I just really thought that like I'd be really pretty good at like just because I've done it so many times. You know what I mean? And maybe I bring this up because I'm sure there's been things in your life that like you've been really good at until like you went to the next level and you're like, holy shit, how am I this unbelievably bad at doing this? So so this weekend was weekend 3, right? And it just so you understand how this works, and there's if you've been here for a while, like most of you guys have, like we've talked about like the journey through this, and the one like now that we can start talking about like the quote unquote yoga part of it, like the asana or like the poses, if you will. We're like what our mission over like the 6 months is to like learn basically one yoga flow, right? To like learn how to like do this one series class, if you will, right? So it's basically an hour-long flow that we're supposed to learn, and by the end of these 6 months, we'll like have this one yoga class like good to go, right? And we've been like learning it in chunks. So we'll learn like the first, let's just say 5 poses, and then we come back and we learn 5 more, and then 5 more, and I don't know what it is, but I'm so terribly bad at this that like I'm almost embarrassed. Like I get so much anxiety now that like I don't even know what to do about it because I'm so bad at it. I thought today what I would do, because I was like, how am I so bad at this? And then I remember that, oh my God, I am so done. I'm so done. I'm so bad at remembering sequences of anything. Like, those games like Bop It or any kind of like memory games where you have to be like, remember these things in order. And you're like, okay, like fish, cat, dog, bird, owl. And I'm like, fish, bird, owl, damn it. Like literally, that's like I'm so bad at remembering sequences of anything. And I thought today I would tell you guys the story. I don't think I've never told this story publicly. It's just a funny story of the history of grease lightning. Mom, I don't even know if you know the history of grease lightning. I was reminded of this this weekend. I remember this after yoga. So back in high school, because I was like, God, why am I so bad at this? I really like this last week, and even before every long yoga weekend, like I really do study and like I put the effort in, and then I go into these classes and I'm like, and I just cannot remember like what pose is next, what the cues are. like I don't know. I like freeze and then I get all anxious and I get like nervous and I'm like, why can't I get this right? Damn it. And then so like this weekend afterwards, and I was like, I just felt like I did a bad job. And I was like, damn it. I reminded myself of Grease Lightning. Now let's go back to high school, and I was in. Not only was I was the starring role. I was the star.
Danazuko
Of my high school production of Grease. Okay,
you were indeed
the big productions, right? And the so while the rest of the cast is learning Grease Lightning, that is the week that I got the flu. Do you remember this when I got the flu during this? You probably don't remember that. Do you remember that? Okay. So I get the flu during this, and I'm out for a week, right? And during this week, these boys, men, these 18-year-old, 17-year-old high school men, they learn this very intense dance. They're very talented dancers. They learn this very intense dance, and that's the week that I'm out, right? So I come back that following Monday, and I'm like, wait, what? And they're trying to like teach me, and I'm like, I cannot. To save y'all for like days, I tried to like learn that dance, and it was a really, 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 they did a great job with it. And for the life of me, I could not remember this intense dance they learned to like save my life. I just could not, because I couldn't remember like what was next. I'm like, wait, what was it? What was next? I cannot remember what's next. I just don't remember what was the next one. What, who, huh? And so literally we had to dumb that dance down so bad that like I'm pretty sure they still hate me to this day. It was literally just like, all right, do like a box step then, and like I don't know, just jazz
just
hands,
stroll across the stage,
and like by the time it was so watered down that like, and so I was like, wait, I'm so bad at like choreography and like remembering what's next. I don't know why I ever thought I would be good at this, because I've never been good at like remembering sequences and like what's next in like a flow, and like I think I might be the world's worst yoga teacher. I just remember that I can't actually do this very well at all. I can't remember whatever is next in like a in like a when you're trying to memorize what's in a sequence. I can't do it. I just can't do it very well, and I never have. Like ever since I've been a kid, I have never been able to do this well. So I don't know. There's 3 more months. We're like at the halfway point at this point. And I'm like,
halfway.
I'm gonna like give it my best and like just see.
Seems like you've been doing it longer than that, but I guess not. Wow.
I'm just gonna see how it goes, and like I don't know if I'm just the world's worst yoga teacher. I guess I'm just the world's worst yoga teacher, and like
maybe it's not your gift.
Maybe it's just not my gift. And
that's okay.
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
You'll know more about it.
Or I'll just like teach the world's dumbest yoga class. You know what I mean? Where we just like do
all the uncoordinated people who don't want to do a flow.
We just go on. We just
want
go
to
on
come
vibes.
and go.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense because
just
I can't remember how it's supposed to go. So we just I don't know. We just go on vibes.
Let your body tell you what to do.
And good energy and like
do
I don't
that.
know. I do just because I'm a little worried about this one. Yeah, I'm a little worried about it for sure. All right, certified fans, thank you so much for your support of the show. Really appreciate it, man. I hope you're warm wherever you are. Of course, our West Coast friends. It's so funny. I remember when I was doing the radio show on the West Coast, and I remember like nothing was less relevant than talking about all these snowstorms, you know? So like, sorry for that first 15 minutes. You were like, I don't care. But then like whenever there was like an earthquake or whatever, like over here, I'm like, we don't care. Like it doesn't matter. Or the fires, but the fires, you know, like even it's not that we don't care, but it's just like you're so far removed from like these different
those
like
wildfires. Horrific.
Yeah. Like you're totally just like removed from like one thing. Actually, hang on. For some reason, I feel like I just smelled gas. And it's so funny. I just said wildfire. And I swear to God, I just felt like. Okay, maybe I'm just being crazy. That was weird. I just smelled like gas. I think I'm just being crazy. That was weird. So anyway, wherever you are, I hope that you're warm. I hope that you're good. Hope your power's on. I'm glad our power's on today. I'm surprised that with all this stuff that's going on, that nobody's power is out. So that's the good news. But thank you so much
Hope you
for all
have
your
bread. Hope you have milk. Hope you have eggs.
no, seriously. Hope you stock your kitchen well enough, and hope you're happy and you're good. And anyway, thank you for your support. And thank you for being here. Last Mama's Boy of January, which is crazy. So thank you for supporting us through. We got through another month some way somehow. Don't know how. Getting here to our 6-year anniversary is coming up. We're actually 2 months shy of our 6-month anniversary. I mean, of our 6-year anniversary, which is crazy. So thank you for getting us here.
Crazy.
Don't forget that we are on a sale for our Mombassador level. So how this works is every both of our public plans right now are $6 a month. So if you want to come support Certified Mama's Boy, it's if you want to be a certified fan, $6 a month. If you want to be a Mombassador, which is basically all the perks of being a certified fan, plus you get the ad-free episodes. You also get the Ask Me Anything episodes. You also get the what's the last one?
Thursday show?
Oh no, you get the Mama's Boy Live.
Yeah.
Duh. Hello.
Oh yeah.
The new Mama's Boy. That's what it's all about. I'm like, hello. What
but
are we
not the Thursday
here?
show. I'm confused.
Well, no, that comes with being a certified fan, just in general.
Oh.
So this is the upgrade. So if you get the upgrade, that you get the Mama's Boy Live, which is why we're doing this. So Mama's Boy Live is where you get to log in, come be a part of the show, come chat with us, come hang out with us. You get to see me take phone calls like we just did in the middle of recording because, hey, you never know. Like you get, the audio version, even the video version, you never know. Sometimes it's technical errors. Sometimes me taking phone calls. You just never know. Sometimes we edit things out because it's just not right. When you're live here, you get to see the messy version of the show uncut because guess what? We can't cut it when it's live. So it's fun to come be a part of the show. And that's actually why we're doing the sale right now. So if you're already a fan and you're a certified fan, which is great, then come upgrade for the same price. It's the same price for 2 months. So you might as well come check it out. Come get the Ask Me Anything episodes. Get the ad-free episodes. Just come be a part of the upgraded fam. And we would love that. We would love it. We would love it for you to be a part of it. But if you're not even a certified fan, the cool thing with certified fan is you get a whole nother bonus episode. And no matter what, you're supporting the podcast. It's the only way that you can consistently support the podcast every single month. And so we appreciate it. $6 a month. It doesn't cost you much of anything. It's less than an expensive cup of coffee.
Which is most of them.
Yeah, some of these Starbucks drinks are so expensive nowadays. So just think of it as you're supporting your podcast. So thanks a lot for that. We really appreciate your support of that. All the February dates are up for adoption. I think most of them are. There's a couple of dates that are still available. So if you want to support, then come support. We would love it. That's basically what we do. In case you're new to the adoption thing, we just put every single show up for adoption. You can adopt a show, and we would love for you to grab your favorite February date. I don't know if Valentine's Day is still available. Actually, let me look right now.
I'll bet you it's not.
Let's see, probably not, but it might be.
No.
I don't know, because people have
somebody's dedicating that to their Valentine.
Let's take a look. What dates are still available as of time of recording? As of right now, February 3rd.
Oh.
February 17th. February 19th. That's it.
Oh.
So February 3rd, February 17th, February 19th are available. So if any of those dates sound like something you'd love to go adopt, that's a big way we support the show too. Go grab a date and we'll give you a shout out. Today's episode is adopted by Kayla S. Kayla S. What's up, Kayla? How you doing? And I just lost my notes. I don't know how I did this, but I somehow lost my notes, Kayla. Let me get my. I feel like my mom over here. I feel like I'm getting to that age where, like, if I close out of a web browser, I'm like, where did it go?
Oh yeah, that's me.
Where did it go? But
I lost it. I lost it forever. I know. I saw it, but I don't know where it went.
It's gone. But I remember it was Kayla. But I forget now why. Oh my god, am I getting to the age where I don't even know how to open the web browser anymore?
Oh my god. I hope not.
I feel like you right now, Mom. This is bad. All right, give me a second. Okay, Kayla S. There we go. What's up, Kayla? Thank you so much for adopting today's show. Really appreciate it. So Kayla has been listening ever since, she's a Phoenix person. So
Oh, yeah.
she's been listening since 1079. So that I moved there in 13.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah.
13 years?
Yeah. I left there in 15, so she's been listening for at least a decade.
Wow. Kayla.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
I love my Phoenix people. We don't have a lot of Florida people that still keep up. There's a few people that still listen from like Panama City or from Tampa. Not a ton. But man, Phoenix people, y'all still show up, which is like, I love that. I mean, which is crazy because to me, that was like some of my worst radio. And I don't know how you guys stay so loyal. To me, that was some of my worst radio I did, honestly, was in Phoenix. I just feel like it was like some of my most inauthentic. We had fun, but like it was some of my most inauthentic radio. They wanted to like make me into a cowboy over there. I was like, "Who's a cowboy?" Like I'm just trying to take a bubble bath and watch The Bachelor. Like what? They were like, "Well, you can't talk about any of that." I'm like, "Well, that's just who I am." So I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I know I love it. Some of my like favorite people are from Phoenix. Some of my most faithful people are from Phoenix. I'm like, how? It's crazy. Anyway,
my son Donald's from there.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like some people have kept up with us. I mean, more than anybody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
Just off the top of my head, right?
So anyway, I'm very loyal to the Phoenix fam because you guys have been really loyal to me for years and years and years and years. Anyway, she adopted today's show. Her husband, Scott is 34.
Oh,
34. Is it today too? Yeah, it is. Wait, is it today? It's in honor of his birthday. I don't know if it's today or not. They've been together since they were 17.
Oh,
how about that?
Half his lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a long time.
Oh.
They're 17 and they were high school sweethearts. They were senior high school when they met. And now they're married and have 3 beautiful kids. That is crazy. What's up, Scott?
So good.
34, man.
Good, Scott and Kayla.
How about that?
Way to hang in there, kiddos, with 3 kids. I know how hard that is.
Yeah, that's
good for you.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Good for you, and happy birthday. Oh, I can sing my birthday song.
Oh, that's right. We have to get the birthday song. I totally forgot. We can't waste the birthday song. So anyway, here goes my mom, and here goes Scott for his 34th birthday. You're new to this. My mom, I swear she did not just make this up. So my mom and the birthday song for Scott's birthday.
Okay, here we go. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to Scott. Woohoo!
There you go. Big Scott. We see you, my guy. Happy birthday to Big Scott on his 34th birthday. We
34. That's a beautiful age.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 30 says, well, 30 wouldn't work great for me, but that'd be great for you, Scott. Don't listen to me. Don't go do as I say, not as I do. It's going to be a great year for old Scott over there. That's for sure. Yeah. And thank you, Kayla, for the adoption. Appreciate
Kayla.
That. Everyone else, go grab those 3 dates. Let's knock this out before February starts. I'd really appreciate it. Which, by the way, February is next week, which January kind of went fast, right? So thank you so much for, I mean, it was like slow but fast. Like all of a sudden, it's like it's over. You know what I mean? Like the days were kind of slow, but I'm like, oh, wow, okay, that's done. So don't forget. I mean, February is next week. So boom, done. Thank you, Kayla. Appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words. So thank you for making CMB such a great community. Love you both forever. We love you too. Thank you for that, Kayla. Yeah. All right. That's it for my mom today. Thank you, Mom. It's time for the one and only Jimmy Mack. So everyone,
love you
prepare
guys forever.
yourself. Bye, Mom. Love you. All right. So here he comes. And we got a lot to talk about today with this guy. Just prepare yourself. This is going to be a long episode. I can already feel it. Clear your schedules, everybody. Hope you're snowed in because it's going to be a long episode. Got a lot to discuss. This is, yep. You got the right ear today?
Jamie. Hey, Steve.
Hey. There he is. You got the right ear today. That's good. That's half the battle for us.
Yep.
All right. We got to start. We haven't talked about the shoulder yet.
Oh, we had?
No, I don't think we've seen you since the shoulder, have we?
No.
No. So we got to start with the shoulder. You got to tell the shoulder story because that's where this all started. I don't think we've talked to you since
They
So
want to
what
hear about
happened?
the shoulder?
Well, Mom's told her version of it, but
Oh.
I think it'd be
Oh.
better. I think it'd be better coming from your mouth.
Okay.
What happened? And basically, where are you today
Yeah. All right. Great.
with
Yeah.
everything?
Well, as you know, I love my bike or my trike.
Yeah.
I do have a e-trike because I don't have good balance. So I settled for a trike because I like getting out there. And we got a great place to ride down to the park. So Brian was staying here. Nancy, she must have been, she was in Knoxville. He said, hey, let's go ride bikes. I said, yeah. One thing I failed to mention before to people is when I tried to get my seat locked in, it wouldn't lock. It kept going down and turn. It kept turning. That's right. I said, well, I just won't do anything dangerous, so I'll be fine. So we went down there.
Famous last words.
21 miles an hour downhill. It was great. Boy, my adrenaline was flowing. We got to the park, and it's locked up. The campground's locked up, but that's the best riding. So we have to go over the curb twice, once up to the dirt and then down off the other side. And Brian said, I'll take your bike across. I said, great. And he took his across, then he took mine across, and life was great. We got back on, up the hill, beautiful, right by the lake. We were flying, and then we went down that real steep hill. It's beautiful. Brakes were working great. Up and down as we came out of the park. And as we approached the park exit, there was a man, there was a dog, and there were, timing was terrible because he was trying to walk around and out, and we wanted to get down and around and out. And so we sort of hurried, and Brian said, I'm going to take my bike and then I'll get yours. And for some reason, as a father, I said to myself, I don't want him to have to do that again. I'm going to jump this curb like I've done 6 times. So I pull up, hit the curb with the front wheel. I got a big front wheel, and I goosed it, and it jumps up. And it's a real big wheel, so I'm sort of leaning up. I'm sort of leaning back, I guess, as it went up. And then I goosed it again to get both wheels up. And the front wheel was spinning, and it didn't go. I was almost up, and then I let go, and then one wheel fell off the curb backwards. And I guess my seat started turning, and I started falling off, and here comes my bike on top of me. I hit my head and hit my back. And I said, well, I didn't know, of course you go into a semi-shock. That's something that small, but still. Yeah, I hit my head, I hit my back, hit my shoulder. And I said to myself, I know I'm alive, but am I okay? And I wiggled my fingers, and I said, well, they move. They hurt, but they move. And I said, I'm going to move my arm, and couldn't move my arm. That's a weird feeling.
Move your arm? I didn't know that part.
Could not move my arm. I had to pick it up with my other hand and pick it up. I said, this ain't good. This is not good. And I couldn't get up with one arm, obviously. So I laid there, literally. I just stayed there. I didn't know what to do. And they all rush up. People come, and they all had opinions. Oh, one girl said, I bet you popped your shoulder out. I do this all the time. And him said, oh, shit, not only I can't move my arm, she's saying I popped it out. And I know that's major. It hurts when they try to put it back in. They put you out. Then they might take you for surgery if they have to on your arm.
Yeah.
They were telling me all this while I'm laying there, and then somebody says, well, no, don't move him. Get an ambulance. And I was saying, I wasn't sure. And then some guy said, yeah, you don't want to move it. If you don't know what's broken or anything, you better get an ambulance here. So I finally agreed, and they brought one down. But as I agreed, this girl says, hey, be careful. They might charge you $1,000 for that ride. I said, whoa.
And all of a sudden he's like, I'm healed.
I said, they said, get up. I said, they said, we're going to get, and they got there, and they said, all right, we're going to get you up. I said, well, you got to tie this arm down. I'm not getting up with this arm dangling. He gave me something. I thought I'd get a sling. It was like Granny's kerchief.
Wait, what was wrong with your arm?
Well, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, and then I'll make this short. I know you're getting bored. And I said to myself, I don't want to pay $1,000 to go anywhere. I don't think I'm dying. And the guy said, we're going to take you to a trauma center. I said, how much it cost? He said, what do you mean? I said, take me. He said, hell, we don't know. I said, I'm not going with you. He says, are you refusing me? I said, no, I'm not refusing you. I'm riding with my son. And he said, well, you got to sign this document then. I had to sign a release or something.
I love when you're like, how much does it cost? I need to call around and check some prices first, Lord. I need to call other
I
trauma
wasn't going
centers.
to pay.
Lord.
I didn't feel like I was $1,000 worth. It wasn't worth $1,000 to me. So,
let me call around call a couple other trauma centers first and get some other prices before I commit to this one.
They left. And Brian said, well, what do you want to do? I said, take me to urgent care. It's just 5 miles. So he said, okay, come on. And Nancy.
So you thought you knew better than the actual paramedics where you needed to go? You're like, I'll just go to
I did at that moment. Yeah, I lived 77 years. I know myself and my body better than somebody's never even touched me. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
They have liability and they're trying to make money, and I know all that. And so I had to make my own decisions, Steve. And you make yours too.
Well, of course, yeah. All
right,
I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing.
I know. I'm just giving you some advice, see?
Yeah.
And so Brian said, where do you want to go at urgent care? And about that time, he said, well, when's Mom coming home? She's in Knoxville. I said, she'll be here in 15 minutes. So we told Nancy to meet us at urgent care. And I went to urgent care, and the guy says, what's wrong with you? I said, I don't know. Somebody said I might have it out of my socket. So he said, all right, I'm going to x-ray you. So he x-rays, he comes out and says, I got bad news. I said, what? He said, your shoulder's out of the socket, buddy. Look at this picture. And I looked at it. I said, well, it sort of looks like it. I said, well, what are you going to do? He said, we ain't going to do nothing. You got to go to a hospital. We don't have the equipment. We don't have the MRI. I said, oh, boy. I was bound and determined not to go the only.
Yeah. So basically, you ended up where they told you to go in the first place?
No, I didn't go there. I said, I know Northside. I said, does Northside have all that? They said, sure. I said, I know Northside. I go there once a month. Choo! So we went over there, and that was blah, 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 blah. And the first lady looked at me and said, oh, boy, you might be here tonight. We might have surgery. You might have surgery. And we might have to put your arm back in, too. So, oh, boy, it's going to be good. Maybe I shouldn't have driven today, but.
Jump the curb on your bike.
So.
77.
So they did x-rays and all, and she comes back in about an hour. She said, Mr. Yancey, you are lucky. I said, why is that? She said, your shoulder's fine. And she says, and your arm is lined up good, perfect. It's just dropped. Your humerus, your upper arm has dropped out of the socket, but it's perfectly aligned. He says, I want you to go see a specialist tomorrow, and you can go home. I'll put this on you. So I went home, and then I went to there. And so what he told me was, you got a fractured humerus. He showed me the crack all the way down.
Yeah.
He says the socket released from all that shock, and the humerus moved down about 4 inches. So it's not. He said it's not out, but it looked out on the MRI.
So wait,
said,
so where are you? That was a month ago. So where are you now?
Right now, I'm in my library at my house. No, as of the day, I met with the doctor 2 days ago. He said keep the sling on 2 more weeks, and I said no. Today I took it off. And I've been using it. It's funny. I was using my hand.
Why are you not doing what the doctor says?
Because this is how you get healed. This is how you.
It's not. Why do you never do what people tell you to do?
I do it if I need to. If I don't do it, I'm not going to do it.
No, if they tell you 2 weeks, you got to do it for 2 weeks. This is what you always do this stuff. You always just do whatever you want, and then it's just not.
You get to a certain age, and you know when you need to do things. Son, I'm sorry.
This is like your. Was it the back issue you were having, or what? Was some issue you were having? You're like, I'm going to do it myself, and I'm like, you just can't. It's not how this
I'm fine.
works.
So I'm doing the right things. I'm sleeping.
I can't feel my arm, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing the right thing.
No, well, my arm's working. Look here.
Can't move my middle finger, but
no, I can move my hands that high. He said I should have good field of motion. He said, but there'll be certain places I won't be able to reach, probably over my head, because something else bent. It bent some bone. He said, but it's not worth going in at your age.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just you gotta be careful. You're too old now to be doing anything. One thing happens, like it ain't getting better anymore. You know what I mean?
That's not life, Stephen. That's not life. I'm living life, buddy.
I see that. Maybe too much though. Maybe you're living too much. That's the problem.
I shouldn't have done.
What's going on? What else we missed in the last month?
Oh boy, I don't think we have enough time to tell you about the Alexis car deal.
I don't know anything about that.
I'll try to summarize as quick as all right. So I decided to lease a new car. So I said, I'm going to get a comfortable car. It's a Lexus. I went in there and I closed it out one day. I drove it. I said, that's what I want. Boop, boop. signed the papers, went home. The next day I called the county collection department, the county tax collection department. I asked her a question. She said, Miss Yancey, because they all know me. She said, well, you must have got that VA benefit since you're a disabled veteran. I bet you got that ad valorem benefit. I said, what benefit? She said, yeah, they waived the taxes on your lease, your ad valorem. I said, no. Now, they did give me $1,000. I asked for a VA discount. They gave me $1,000 off my lease, but they didn't give me that. So I'm a little bit nervous because I didn't say it, and the lease has been closed up. So I started doing homework, and found out that, yes, 1,100 of those dollars were on my deal sheet supposed to go for ad valorem tax.
Okay.
And I kept calling. This is Christmas, New Year's. They're in and out, vacations. I'm trying to call everybody. Nobody will help me. I called the tax commissioner's office and asked some questions. I said, well, they told me they couldn't help me. One guy did. He said, call y'all and see if y'all could help me, thinking that they gave them the tax money. Maybe they can give it to me, right?
Yeah.
And she said, she looked at the paperwork. She said, Miss Yancey, we waived that. I said, what do you mean you waived it? Because I had filled out a bunch of paperwork, and that got through, and she waived it. I said, well, that's strange. Where's my money? So then I called the leasing company, and I thought maybe it was added to the lease, and I'm paying it every month. And he said, well, a lot of times they do that, Mr. Yancey. There's no tax in your lease. There's zero. There's no tax in your lease. So I looked at my deal sheet. My contract says I paid $1,100 in tax money on my. I said, wait a minute, where is it? Well, that means they got it. So because I gave them $10,000 down. So I kept this and that. I started faxing. I started emailing stuff, texting, telephone calls. I got the general manager. He said he's going to do something. A week later, he hadn't done anything. So I just exploded on the last day. I started writing stuff. You wouldn't believe the stuff I wrote to him. But I also did a review. I did a review on him. And I really
you mean like a Google review?
Yeah, Google review.
And
so I'm sitting there, and I get a text from the general manager of sales. Said, Mr. Yancey, we're going to do something. I'm going to write that check to you, and it'll be there sometime next week. And I said, oh yeah, sure. I'm sitting there Monday morning. Nancy said, here's a FedEx package. It's a check. I said, well, that was quick. Later in the day, I get a call. This guy left me a message. I didn't want to take it. It was from Lexus. He said, I'm the new general manager of the dealership. Now he's over everything. He says, I couldn't believe how they handled you. I'm the one who found out. I told him to get that check to you as soon as possible. He said, my daddy is a two-term Vietnam veteran. He uses that all the time. You can do it. You can use it once a year. And he said, call me. And I did. And he's my best buddy now.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm sure.
That's too much, isn't it? I'm sorry.
I feel bad for anybody that has to deal with.
Now, what's the moral of the story, though?
Be annoying until you get your way.
Never give up, Stephen. I keep telling you, kids, never give up.
Just be annoying until you get your way.
I got it, didn't I?
The Jimmy Mack way.
Yeah, baby.
All right, let's review some news.
All right.
My dad watches a lot of cable news, and he literally can give us his unique perspective on everything going on in the world. Obviously, this winter storm is affecting everybody on the East Coast, all the way up and down. It doesn't matter where you are. I mean, all my East Coast friends are having some kind of effect. It doesn't matter if you're down in Georgia, if you're up here in the Mid-Atlantic area, all the way up in New York. I mean, my Tennessee friends are getting hit. North Carolina friends are getting hit. You guys got hit. Really, the recap here basically that I've got is a wide-reaching winter storm blasted a large part of the U.S. over the weekend. It's expected. It's not done yet. The storm has led to large amounts of winter precipitation in the Midwest and the South. In addition to snowfall, large parts of South Carolina, Mississippi, and Louisiana reporting over an inch of ice. I think the ice is what's really getting a lot of people. And a press release from this power company in North Mississippi said that they're looking at it's looking like weeks that they're going to have power outages over in Mississippi, weeks of outages instead of days to fully restore. Dad, what's your thoughts on the winter storm?
Okay. From my perspective, well, we had 18,000 people without electricity yesterday.
God.
I wasn't one of them. I'm one of the few that didn't. I solved that problem this summer. I bought me a home generator and had it installed, and it flipped over in 30 seconds. So I didn't even miss the TV program. I was sitting there. My buddies called me, "Do you have electricity?" I said, "Well, my electricity went off, but I got electricity." So
yeah,
anyway.
you were happy you did that too, aren't you? It's funny because
and anybody over 50 years old, you better look at it because this president doesn't believe in global warming. He's not going to do anything for this environment. So you bet if you're over 50, don't sit around there and suffer summer.
How much
does that
cost you to get that generator?
Yeah, it was 12.
They're expensive, right? Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah,
it's so funny because I had one in my house in California, and I was like, why do I have this? But I guess it's like, you don't need it till you need it. And I guess like,
well, hey, in California, earthquakes, you could lose electricity.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. I mean, listen, I was out. I had power out twice. Do I wish I had a generator? Of course, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you can't justify your age.
Becoming more and more.
You can't financially justify it, maybe, but I'm not looking that way. I don't want this summer. I was without air conditioning for 3 days at 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And my neighbors had them, and they were noisy as hell. So I couldn't go outside. I couldn't sleep because I could listen to theirs. Now I got one.
Yeah.
They can listen to mine.
Yeah, exactly. So Jon Stewart, you see Jon Stewart, he was talking about should he run for president. We keep talking about like who's going to be the next president, right? So Jon Stewart mentioned he's the host of the Daily Show. Should he run for president? He said he finally addressed it on his show during a taping of the Daily Show this week. He was asked once again about running for president. He said, "You're very kind of you, and by the way, I cannot tell you how wild it is to even have people think about me having power over their lives. That's something that I appreciate you ask."
He don't want.
He wanted to say it speaks to the desperation and of dissatisfaction that we have of the status quo. And then you see somebody on television who thinks that some of us have enough to resonate with you and say, well, fuck it. So he didn't really give it a definite yes or definite no. Dad, what do you think about Jon Stewart being the next president of the United States?
I don't think so. I mean, we got to get serious next time. Okay, we got to get serious. That's all. That's all I want to say.
I will be very curious. About who would run for president next time. I don't know who's going to want that job, to be honest with you.
Well, what's the guy's name? The senator from Phoenix that was an astronaut. He's talking about
the one that's currently.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Don. His wife got shot too.
That's what I was thinking.
He says there's a good chance he might run. He's really been doing a lot of things to try to slow down the other side a little bit.
I honestly, I don't know on either side after this mess who is going to want to be that job anymore. That's going to be
we're going to have somebody though, obviously.
Well, I wonder if it's going to be like a high profile person again.
I don't think that. It shouldn't be. How about this? It should not be. It should not be. This is a serious job.
Does it need to be? Will it be someone who will get someone's attention? I don't know.
Well, somebody might run. I hope they don't get elected. This is a very complex job. You can't it takes you years to even understand the magnitude. I'd say let's quit playing games and let's get somebody serious.
Yeah.
The best person is qualified, and they got to have a heart and they got to have a toughness, both. They got to have both.
Yeah.
So
we do one story from Georgia too. Right. My dad lives in Georgia, and there's always something funny coming out of Georgia. A man edits himself into Shrek wedding scene to propose to his girlfriend. A surprise proposal. There's a Georgia filmmaker credited to personalize his marriage proposal by editing himself into the wedding scene into the Shrek movie. After playing the video at home, he briefly left the room and returned dressed to match the scene before getting down on one knee to propose. The couple later shared the video. The touching moment is now gone viral with over 50,000 likes on social media. Dad, what do you think about that proposal? Editing yourself into the Shrek movie to propose that way.
I don't think it's necessary.
How did you propose? Actually, I don't even know how you proposed to Mom. What did you do?
Let me think through that. It's been a few years, Steve.
I feel like proposals have probably changed over the years. Now it's like you have to do everything for social media to make it look good. You know what I mean?
We didn't have anything to have to do.
Nobody cared back in the day, did they?
I remember us talking about it. I don't remember exactly. Wow. I'll have to give that some thought and see if I remember or not.
You didn't edit yourself into a Shrek movie?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, see, life must have been so much better back in the day. Like, you didn't have to worry about any of that. You just probably were just like, you want to get married? Like, sure, why not?
Yeah, that's basically it. We didn't go through a lot. We didn't have a lot of family, and we didn't have a big wedding.
Yeah.
We
It's like
just
now
got married.
it's going to be everywhere. So it's like, you have to like
Right,
have a spectacle. It's like,
right.
that's
Yeah.
so annoying. Now I think about it,
You
that's
wouldn't
so
believe. I
annoying.
bet our wedding didn't cost $3,000 or $4,000. I bet.
Yeah. But
We had the after, we had the after thing at Aunt Fran's house.
I mean, to be fair, $3,000 now is like $50,000, but
Yeah, I know. But
that's the only difference.
we didn't invite the world. We just a couple of close friends, some friends, and it's no big deal. We got married. That was why we went.
Yeah, not anymore. You can't do
No,
that. Not
no,
today's day and age.
I know.
Those are
I
the
paid
good
for
old days
I
when you
paid
could
for a couple.
do things that you enjoy doing. Not
Yeah,
anymore. Now it's all
yeah.
got to be for show.
Oh yeah, that's what Americans good at.
That's what we do best, right?
Yes.
All right, Dad. There he goes. Jimmy Mack back on the podcast. Love you. We'll see you in about a month. All right.
Love y'all. Good luck. Good luck, Steve.